This video is on when you're writing proofs. If you're given perpendicular information, you want to make sure you know what to prove and why you prove it. So if you're given a picture like this, and in your given, it says that segment BD is perpendicular to segment AC, what you need to do first is you have to use this word. So it is a word, it doesn't say congruent, so you would have to basically underline it or understand what perpendicular does. So in your statement, you would actually write that angle ADB and angle CDB are right angles. And for your reason, you know that these are right angles because of the definition of perpendicular. Perpendicular lines give you right angles. Now the reason we want to do that is because from here, we have to have this, but from here, we can go in different directions. So from here, you want to prove just one of these things. One. So you'll prove, it depends on what you want. If you're trying to prove, if you are trying to prove side angle side, or angle side angle, or even angle angle side. If you're trying to prove that, if you know that that's where you're going to prove this. So this is what you are wanting to try to prove at the end. If this is your last reason. You want to go and try and prove one of these. Your next statement from here, will be that angle ADB is congruent to angle CDB, and your reason for that will be the right angle theorem. Because that states that all right angles are congruent. I put THM for theorem, so right angle theorem. That's if you're wanting to prove side, angle side, angle side angle, or angle angle side. Obviously, you're not going to try and prove side 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 because of angles, so that's why I left that one out. But if you are wanting to prove HL, so if you want HL, if you see that that's where you're trying to go, then you actually go a different direction. So again, you have your statement that you have right angles because of perpendicular. But if you want to go into proving HL, your next statement would be that triangle ADB and triangle CDB are right triangles. And the reason for that is because that is the definition of right triangles. The definition of right triangles is a triangle that have a right angle. So again, it depends on what you're trying to prove in the end. Do you want to try and prove side, angle, or angle, angle, side? You have to prove that the angles are congruent. In order to prove HL, you have to have a hypotenuse congruent and a leg congruent, but you have to have right triangles. So that's why it depends on which one you want to do in the end. You do not have to prove both of these. When you see perpendicular, you do not have to prove both of these. You figure out which way you're trying to go, and you prove that statement and give that reason for it. That was in case you ever have any problems where you have perpendicular and you're not sure which one you have to prove.